The popular TV show Deadliest Catch is facing a crisis. Their crab traps that normally come in loaded with snow crab and king crab are coming up empty this year. The crabs have mysteriously vanished from the Bering Sea off the coast of Alaska, where the popular Discovery show is filmed. The population has plummeted from 8 billion in 2018 to just 1 billion today. And now the fishing season has been canceled.
They're not exactly sure. Did those crabs did they run up further north to reach that colder water? Did they have a mass die-off? We're not exactly sure what happened, but it was an unusually warm year in 2018, 2019, 2020 leading up to this collapse.
Hey guys, it's Lavender here, and today I want to talk about a topic called What is Happening to All the Snow Crabs? A deep dive into this, capitalism, climate change, and overfishing, theories about what happened, etc. So the population of snow crabs has been crashing for a while now. After hitting record highs recently in 2018, numbers have fallen so low, the Alaska Department of Fish and Game for the first time ever canceled the snow crab fishing season this year. The NOAA Abundance Survey found the total snow crab population in the eastern Bering Sea dropped from an estimated 11.7 billion in 2018 down to 1.9 billion in 2022. These surveys are a critical piece, but not the only piece, that NOAA uses to determine long-term population trends. That's a drop of well over 80% of the snow crab population. I think this is mainly due to overfishing and not letting the population have a chance to grow, but I also feel like climate change plays a big factor, as in the snow crab population decline as well. The thing about capitalism, the system, is that it takes and takes and takes until it can't loot, and it loots and loots until it can't take anymore. You know, the whole point of capitalism is to make profits, aka profits over lives. I know that I keep saying this, but it's just the truth at play here. The crabs are most likely overfished, and because the crab population couldn't be replaced fast enough with so much overfishing and factors such as climate change playing into all this, it generally takes 7 to 9 years for the male snow crabs to reach the legal minimum size required for harvesting. This is topped off with capitalism caused climate change, which is most likely to blame. While counting snow crabs in 2021, fisheries biologist Aaron saw that something was deeply amiss with the snow crab population. Aaron, a National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration NOAA scientist, spends 3 or 4 months with a team that collects crabs from 376 stations in Alaska's Bering Sea each year. Some of these areas always teem with crabs. Scientists count thousands of crabs, but in 2021, thousands dwindled to only hundreds. The survey last year was a huge red flag for me, she told Mashable, the news source. So there are 2 theories of what could be going on when it comes to the snow crab situation. Again, it's most likely overfishing as usual due to capitalism, but also, climate change caused by capitalism exacerbates that. The Bering Sea, where crabs have historically flourished, they are all of a sudden basically endangered now. It's a high possibility that the fishing industry, a pro-capitalism industry that values profits over lives of everything, is to blame for this. On top of the theory, these crabs prefer cold waters over warming climate change, water extremes. In other words, it could be a consequence of climate change, which can make environmental impacts, in the ocean where the crabs live, significantly more extreme. Warmer waters allow more diseases like bitter crab syndrome to thrive. Diseases could have been spread through the snow crab population. Who knows? Whenever you have warming water temperature, that provides basically a petri dish for diseases to come into the system. More pathogens can survive. In March of 2019, for example, the Bering Sea ice was almost completely disappeared at the time when the water should have been blackened in thick ice. Sea temperatures were above average, and the ice extent was the lowest on satellite record. Climate change caused by capitalism could be the main cause, but it also could be overfishing. It has the same outcome, though. Capitalism puts profits over lives, that of crabs, other animals, humans, and Mother Earth herself, etc. Capitalism is just pillaging Mother Earth, and that's just the truth of the matter. I'm not a huge fan of the activism documentary Seaspiracy. Seaspiracy has a great deal to say about capitalism's damage of our oceans from pollution, overfishing, and the biodiversity loss and species destruction. However, the film's ultimate downfall and limitation is that its only solution to these problems is stop eating fish and boycott fish. Instead of actually calling out, capitalism, they never mentioned capitalism in the film, or the elephant in the room, capitalism. And even though billions of people depend on it to survive, there are people like workers that depend on, these industries. It doesn't go into a deep dive to see how plastic pollution, industrial fishing, etc. are linked to the one and only capitalism. At the end of the day, whatever is happening to snow crabs, capitalism has everything to do with it. Capitalism is a crisis. The collapse of biodiversity loss and the earth itself is looming because of capitalism.